welcome. Today I want to talk to you about a really simple pose. So simple poses often get overlooked, and this simple pose can tell you so much about the person practicing or so much about yourself if it's you doing it. So for teachers, you'll learn a lot about your students, both the structure of their physicality, but also about their psychology. So table, so exciting. You have to move over here. So when you come into a table, look, a lot of people will start on table. It's a very stable posture. It's 4 on the floor. And a lot of people will just do it according to their habit, like the way that they do everything. But if you think about a table, it is a very specific architecture of having the limbs underneath the slab of the table. So when we do a table, we want to talk about having the wrist right underneath the shoulders. So the front legs are really underneath the upper part of the slab. The knees are right underneath your hips with your feet in line. So you have a 90-degree angle. We can use something formal to check that out. So we take a block to our forearm so we have that 90-degree angle. You'll see my entire forearm is meeting the block. I can take another block and put it on my thighs. And here I am with my knees underneath me, so I'm really stable and then able. Many people do not have a well-structured table. What will that look like? Well, their hands will be here, which will cause this like hammocking effect between the shoulders and a pinching up through the neck. They might have their hands too far forward, which will also keep them stuck in the muscles around the shoulder girdle. Now, if you were going shopping for a table, you would never buy a table who had the front legs splayed out and forward. This would be, so watch what happens to my back. Have you ever sat at a table where you were afraid to put your plate or your cup on because it was old and wobbly? So a person that has their hands out here, they tend to take on too much, cover too much ground, when really this is supporting the whole structure. Having your hands out wide will also you won't be centrated in your shoulder joint. So a way to measure that is to turn your fingers in. See how my middle fingers, the longest fingers just touched, will give you the measure of shoulder width distance. And then you spin the hands back forward. So once you do it 10,000 times, you'll just know that you're at the right angle. You don't want to do a table with your feet unplugged. So that'll put you heavy in your knees, and people's knees will hurt, and then they'll think they want to put a blanket underneath to make it feel better. It's still wrong. Press your feet down. You'll feel your belly lift right away, because pressing your feet down is your foundation, substantiates your pelvis, which is also your foundation. So the 4 layers of abdominal muscles will turn on. And then from there, stick your butt out. Don't tuck. You're not a scared table. That'll put you right in your lower back. So find your hip joints, find your wrist joints, and you'll be able to see from the side that the geometry lines up. And then it's pretty, and it's sustainable, and it's doable, and you will be in the middle of yourself.